Yo. You see that my phone again over there. Oh yeah, going on.
NBA 2K23 is
I know what it is. Hey yo. My mic probably too loud. Hello. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2. Yo, testing again, testing again. Yo, testing again, testing. Oh, just a little bit more. We good. Alright, oh my god, now let's get into the reactions. Anyone new to the channel right now, drop a like, drop a sub. What you guys doing tonight? You feel me? Let me know. We gotta react to this builder, man. Let's see what this nigga Chico's saying. I need to see his like a card. I need to see a guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the NBA 2K23 My Player Builder is officially here. As you guys know, I was invited to the NBA 2K23 Community Day event where I was lucky enough to play the game early. What you guys are looking at right here is the same My Player Builder that we are all going to be using when NBA 2K23 drops officially on September the 9th. I do need to warn you guys in advance though, and
look at this here. Whoa, bro, look at his stats. This dude has no defense. 63 perimeter D? Bro, you finish, you're done. You're done. You're done. 84 driving down. I see now, that's why I think it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I know it's all connected, right? But like, do you need an 84 driving down this as long as your defense is a 63? I don't think that makes sense. I think point guards should just be focusing on layups this year, if you ask me. That's if you ask me, I'm not gonna
send this in my community day vlog, that this is by far the most complex My Player Builder that I have ever had to use. In this video, I'm going to try my best to break down the My Player Builder to the best of my ability and also present to you guys what is going to be the best and most broken
God build in
currently
doesn't have bots
there.
Saying
this to get clicks on
so that right there, I probably don't even have to worry about
hours sitting through the My Player Builder, attempting to find the perfect build. We got
yeah,
given
but
around
they
8
don't
hours
in
community day to play the game.
That's what they said.
Jordan Challenge, quick play.
Hopefully it's not true.
I spent all of my time on the My Player Builder alone. Like I said, this My Player Builder is the most complex I have ever seen, and you guys will soon understand
that. I'm not
once
complex as hell.
Built on September 9th. But for now, I'm here to help you guys out. Just make sure that you guys are paying close attention, because there are many key points and changes that 2K have implemented within this new builder. Before show you my build, it's first crucial that I introduce you guys to the importance of badge count this year. The 2K23 My Player Builder features a completely new badge tier system. Badges are now separated from tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Each badge is basically categorized depending on how good and how effective the badge is.
I think there's a lot of people
badges
going to be watching like old badges too.
Are going to cost
Chances
you
like
most.
you only get out like a 99 for Hall of Fame badges.
Before you can even start
A lot of people are going to be rocking
tier 3 badges,
old
you must
badges.
have a total of 10
I think that's going to be the matter to gold badge
tier 1
layouts,
and tier
like
2
gold badge
badges.
builds.
I know this might sound really confusing at first, but trust me, it will make sense soon. But the most important thing to take away from this is that this year you really have to calculate your total badge count to be able to have enough of the right badges that you want and also have the best tiers. Obviously, you're going to want to have as much tier 3 badges as possible since they're going to be the best badges to have in the game. And also, another big new addition to the badge system is the introduction of this thing called core badges. Core badges are essentially a free badge that you get for your My Player. You get one core badge per badge category. So one for finishing, one for shooting, one for playmaking, and one for defending. However, this doesn't mean that you can just get any badge from any category for free. It doesn't just work like that. Before you can unlock a badge as a core badge, you must have enough badge points to actually be able to unlock that badge. Once again, this probably sounds confusing to you, but trust me, it's very simple once I give you this example. I put on Bronze Acrobat, which is a tier 2 badge, and it cost me 3 points. After that, I've only got 5 badge points remaining. However, the cost for a silver tier 3 badge is 6 points. So meaning since I've only got 5 points remaining, I can take away one badge point, which is in this case a single bronze tier 1 badge. So I take out Aerial Wizard and then suddenly I've got 6 badge points. And now that I can actually afford Limitless Takeoff Silver, I can now make that into a core badge. So as soon as you make that into a core badge, it doesn't actually take away those 6 points. Because remember, like I said, a core badge is a free badge that you can use without actually deducting your points. You basically just need to have a high enough badge count to be able to unlock it. So I make Limitless Takeoff Silver in my core badge, and after that I still have that 6 points remaining, and now I'm able to get another silver tier 3 badge, which is Slithery. Obviously, if you're going to get a badge for free, to take advantage of this the most and to be able to utilize it, you're going to want to have enough badge points to get a tier 3 badge as a core badge. So after demonstrating to you guys this new badge system, I want to again stress out to each and every one of you just how important your badge count is this year. You don't want to be left in a position where you don't have enough tier 3 badges, and you also don't really want to have a build where you're only 1 badge point.
See, that's where it comes, is like what I was saying, bro. I feel as though this 2B finna be like a lot of role players for sure. That's what I think this is going to generate. So, you guys, if you play 21 current gen, I think that's how it's going to be. Point guard, lockdown, center, but yeah, they're going to be good role players for sure.
Short from unlocking a core badge at tier 3. This was a big reason as to why it literally took me hours to find the perfect build, since it was really a struggle to find the perfect badge count. But lucky for you guys, I already did all that work for you, so you won't have to go through what I did, because I'm going to show you guys exactly how to break this builder system, and you guys will not believe what you're about to see. Very quickly though, before we carry on with my build, I just want to quickly highlight another complication of this builder system, particularly with guards. This year, for you to get Hall of Fame Limitless, you need to have a 99 3-point. Also, if you want to have Hall of Fame handles for days, you need a 99 ball handle. Obviously, these are both crucial badges that have been around for a long time. If you want to be able to succeed as a good guard, you're going to want to have these badges. But realistically though, this new builder system has been designed so you practically cannot have both of these stats at 99. Doing so will only result in you not having any points left over for any other attributes, and will also result in you having an extremely low badge count. And even just having one of these attributes at 99 immediately disadvantages and limits the other attributes that you can have. Honestly, I spent so many hours trying to achieve this, and trust me, it is literally impossible and not worth it at all. Which, by the way, I think this is a huge thing that 2K has done, because it should definitely balance out a lot of the builds in the game. But now that you guys have a better understanding of the 2K23 My Player Builder, I'm going to stop dragging this out, and now I am going to show you guys the best way to work around it, and finally show you guys exactly how I was able to break the builder. So here is my official guard.
We need those demigod builds now.
You're going to start off by making a point guard. The height that you want is 6'1".
We need those demigod builds.
Body shape compact, And this right here, this is the part I know is going to be very hard to believe. This is the part right here that breaks the builder. All my years of playing 2K, almost every god goes for the lightest weight. It grants you more speed and acceleration and just makes it easier for you to work around your defenders. This year, the tables have turned because you're actually going to want to make your god max weight. I know it sounds silly and all, but just continue watching.
Bro, that's what I was saying. I was gonna make my lockdown build, bro. Like, he's gonna be like a real Kawhi Leonard type shit.
It's impossible to have like 99, like a high 3 and a half.
Yeah. Impossible. Yeah, literally impossible. I figured out.
Pretty much, you can't
You
have
gotta
like
mess with the weight.
Really, the what?
If you want to get more badges, you gotta mess with the weight.
All this time at Community Day, I was struggling so bad to find the perfect
get
build.
more
But then
badges,
moments
you'll have
after
to mess with
that,
the
that
weight.
was when I
At least
realized
he
that
paid the
playing
guys
with the weight of
is
your
no
build
harm
was
if
going to
you
be
do
the
it.
factor that would eventually
28,
help me find the
26
perfect
for
build. I'm sure
16.
you guys know who Fanta is. He's been one of the best guards on 2K for a long time now, and he's also a 2K League player. But shout out to him and my guy Chance, who was actually the one that first found this breakthrough, and they both told me to keep this low-key at Community Day because I don't think anybody else was able to discover this. Anyway, I was only actually able to test this with the gods, but as far as I know, from the few people that
gotta
knew
mess
about
with
this
the
at
weight.
Community Day,
Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to drop a like, drop a sub, you feel me? The content is just beginning, bro. 23 is almost here.
and this works for a majority of other builds as well. And I know you guys are all thinking, oh, if I go max weight, my god is going to be too slow, I won't be able to move around the court. But just wait and see. Your physicals, such as your speed and acceleration, etc., isn't actually completely tied up to your weight this year. You can be a max weight god and still have the same speed and acceleration as a minimum weight god. Because at the end of the day, your physicals are determined with how you spread out your attribute points. The weight you choose for your My Player only changes the amount of attribute points that you actually get and the cap for these physicals. But here's the thing.
Shit.
The issue with this is, even when you have a higher cap for speed and acceleration, if you decide to be a lighter god, say if you went for minimum weight, you actually won't even have enough points to take advantage of this. Purely because of how they designed the My Player builder this year. You guys will better understand this once you actually try and make your own builds. But if you were to choose an extremely high attribute like speed or acceleration, for example, you won't have enough points left over to evenly distribute with playmaking and shooting, and chances are your badge count is going to be very low. This is similar to what I told you guys earlier, that if you chose to have a 99.3 or a 99 ball handle, it just completely messes up your leftover points, and it's going to negatively impact the rest of your attributes simply because you won't be able to upgrade them. So this year, to be able to get through this, to get the most attribute points, which also leads to a higher badge
Yeah, bro,
count,
that definitely is the goal for 2K23 to get as much attribute points as possible. Because this is crazy. Hold on. Let's put this in a higher frame.
have to go with max weight. And these are the attributes that you guys are going to want to have. 56
now we're
push
looking
shot,
better.
74 driving layup, 84 driving dunk,
Appreciate the
86
phone and channel you guys doing today,
93
bro.
3-point, 71 free throw, 70 pass accuracy, 94 ball handle, 94 speed with ball.
Oh my
Defense
gosh,
you're
look at
barely
this
going to touch.
1080p. This
Obviously,
looks
this is going to
amazing.
be a threes build. 99% of the time, you'll only be guarding the corner anyway. For all you twos players out there, don't you guys worry. There will be another build in this same video at the very end, but it also
Bro,
uses
I
the
low-key
same
like
method,
this,
and
though.
it is definitely going to be a broken build, so stay around for that if you guys want to see that.
I look
But
like
moving
this.
on for this build, you have a 90 speed.
What I think about this builder, bro, right? It's gonna be amazing for 5v5. Oh, like I say, okay, like rack, prom, threes. When it comes to tools, is gonna be one of the biggest mismatches ever. That's how I feel like this is gonna go down on tools. Either it's gonna be, I mean, damn, this is gonna be tough. I don't think I'm playing tools. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing tools. I'm gonna make a lockdown first go, but like, tools is gonna be a headache this year, especially when the mismatches come in. I don't know. Post-score lockdown gang, we just might be alive.
86 acceleration, 70 vertical, and 94 stamina. We have 16 at finishing, 28 at shooting, 26 playmaking, and 4 defensive badges. This right here is by far the best badge layout that I have seen for a guard build that you can use on the threes. And yes, this build is essentially going to be a play shot that can also take it to the rim, take advantage of open lanes, and be able to effectively space the floor.
guess.
Like I said earlier, it
Why
was
would you
pretty
need
much
it? I don't know.
impossible to have a
Okay,
high
speed,
playmaking
not
and
one
high
of
shooting at the same
oh,
time. But with this
speed.
build, we somehow found a way to
I
bypass that. And yes, I know what you guys are probably thinking. If you look at the tier 3 badges, there are no Hall of Fame badges there at all. But the thing is this, if you want to have limitless Hall of Fame, you need a 99 3-point. And if you want to have handles for days Hall of Fame, you need a 99 ball handle, which by the way you can only get at 6 foot. But like I mentioned earlier, having either of these stats at 99
unless you're like a long down, like for me.
destroys the build. If you end up making a god build
my
with
tier 3 will be
Hall of Fame
clowns, I
badges,
guess.
you
As
won't
I said,
have anything
I'm gonna
else.
need
Like,
99
that's
for
literally
those.
it. But this build that you guys are looking at right here, I'm telling you right now, it is going to be extremely difficult to replicate this current badge count and to have anything close to these attributes.
I don't know, does
Anyway,
Tigo
moving on
feel
to
off the
takeovers
best
for
guard
this
build so
build, Like I
far?
said earlier, this is essentially
know.
a play shot that can slash really well, similar to the offensive threat BP build that we saw back in 2K20. So I decided to go with my primary takeover as limitless range, and my secondary takeover being easy blow-bys. Honestly, I kind of chose this for content as well.
That's a way to kind of counter it too. So because if limitless range, if he has limitless range on gold, when it comes to badges, and he has limitless range as a takeover, I mean, does it cancel it? I mean, do you really need limitless range on Hall of Fame? If that's the case,
Honestly, whenever this build gets double takeover, I promise you it is going to be unstoppable.
So, but let's say you gotta really know your build, like
through takeover, go right ahead. You have a whole range of options.
time you're making
by
it,
the way,
bro.
since we're here right now, I just want to quickly point
really
out
gotta know
that
what
this
you
build
want,
being
like,
able to get slashing
know the
takeovers was only made
objective of your
possible
build.
because it has max weight.
Ah.
And just like that, guys, we have our god build, the most broken god build for the threes. And this is the fun part right here because I have calculated the badge count for each category perfectly. So starting with the 16 badge points we have for finishing, we can go with Bronze Masher and Gold Giant Slayer for tier 1. Tier 2 can be Bronze Fearless Finisher and Bronze Acrobat. And after that, since we have had 10 points invested into tier 1 and tier 2, we can now go on to tier 3. And since we have 6 points remaining, we can now get 2 silver badges at tier 3. One of those badges being a core badge. So you can make Limitless Takeoff Silver a core badge, and then you can also get Silver Slithery. Shooting, we have a total of 28 badge points. And honestly, the only badges that you need for tier 1 and tier 2 are these ones right here. So Hall of Fame Guard Up, I think this is going to be an extremely good badge this year. Hall of Fame Amped, seeing how hard it's going to be able to score and move with the ball. With the new Adrenaline Boost system, you are going to definitely need this badge. Silver Green Machine, and after that, we still have a total of 14 points remaining for our tier 3 badges. And since gold badges at tier 3 are worth 7 badge points, this is the best part right here because this means that we can actually get 3 tier 3 badges at gold because one of those badges can become a core badge. I probably won't really be using Agent 3 that much and put that on Limitless Range instead, but having 3 tier 3 badges at gold is definitely going to be better than just having 1 Hall of Fame badge at tier 3. Moving on with playmaking, this is what we have. We have Hall of Fame Quick First Step. Obviously this is a must. Silver Unpluckable, Silver Ankle Breaker, and once again we have 3 badges at gold in tier 3. Handles for Days Gold, Killer Combos Gold, and Gold Clamp Breaker as our core badge. And finally for our 4 defensive badges, we can go with Off-Ball Pest Bronze, Menace Bronze, and Silver Workhorse as
That's
our
crazy
core
though.
badge.
Guards
And
can, like,
just
they
like
really
that,
cannot
ladies
play
and
defenses
gentlemen,
here
we
at
have
all.
just
That's
created
crazy.
A very
So
very
then you really
broken
need a
build. But
lockdown
like
when
I
it
said,
comes to
it
this.
took me hours and hours
2K
and
shit
hours
now.
and hours to be able to find this build. And I'm glad
But then
that
again,
I
that's even crazy because if your lockdown is not good, he's gonna be end up getting cupped. He can't really expect the guard to help him. Guard has no defense. Also, the center, I think he's got to stay in the paint a little bit more this year. Mainly because I don't think you can make like a inside Big Man Billu could probably finish the same time too. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I got it. I don't know. This is iffy. I'll be right back. This is iffy. This is tough. Alright guys, we're back. And you guys have any thoughts on the build? Let me know. Let me know.
Share it with you guys. This build is going to be unguardable.
I don't know, look like
It's
Chico's
fully
build is
maxed
gonna
out
be
with
a
all its
OP
badges,
guard
and
build
I
for
honestly
sure,
can't
but it
wait to
doesn't
go
have any
crazy with
defense.
it for NBA 2K23.
But it sure does
Anyway,
have
very,
offense.
very quickly though, since I said earlier that I was also going to show you guys my twos build, I am going to show you guys that right now, especially to all you twos players out there. Since this build is going to be for the twos, you can go a lot taller. So we're going to go for 6'4" for our height, and then 6'4" for our wingspan. And then once again for a weight, you are going to go with maximum weight, 230 pounds. And these are going to be the attributes that you guys go with. And oh my goodness, look at this badge count. 15 finishing, 25 shooting, 23 playmaking, and 16 at defense. Once again, I want to stress out to you guys
I mean,
just
it's
how
alright.
hard it is to replicate a badge count like this if you didn't go for max weight. But anyway, as you guys can see, this
Yeah,
build
there's
gets
a lot of bronze
an
badges.
87 driving dunk, but also gets an 85 midi, 86 3, still gets a 90 ball handle,
Okay.
86 speed with ball, has
Okay.
very reasonable defense, and also have some solid physicals. But yeah, this is pretty much a slight variation of my threes build that I showed you guys earlier, and I will definitely be making this build for day one as well.
I mean,
I'm probably gonna
a
end
tools
up treating
build,
this
okay,
build more
I
like a
guess,
shot creator.
okay.
So for my primary takeover, I went with pull-up precision, and my secondary takeover will be the
Easy
same as the
low
first
eyes.
build with easy blow.
Pull-up precision,
But
why pull-up
anyway,
precision?
there you guys have it, man. That
Why
is
not,
exactly how you
spotter
break
precision?
the NBA 2K23 player builder. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and more
All right.
importantly, I hope you guys found this helpful. 2K23
Okay, excellent vid, Chico. Excellent vid. Let's check out old man, old head number 1 Laker fan. I know he probably break down this build into chromosomes, bro.
As you can see by the title of today's video, my first vid on the builder. It's going to be a very informational one. It's going to be one
Why
that's
are you
the
low?
foundation for a lot of your guys' build. It's going to be every attribute rating that you need for every badge in NBA 2K23. So, for this, I'm going to showcase like the levels as well. I'm not going to detail it super hard. I want to showcase, essentially, just talk about, yeah, you need this attribute rating for Hall of Fame, you need this attribute rating just in general to even get it on bronze. The first thing to talk about, and to rewind a little bit right here, is that as you can see, even with 0 upgrades on your build, they have a lot of tier 1 badges available. For instance, if you look at the bottom right there, you have a very, very special badge in the past years that people love on bronze, in Chase Down Artist, listed as one of the badges that you can have for 25 block rating. Now, I will say, I don't know if that's a good thing. I will have to see how like gameplay feels and stuff like that. And to be fair, I feel like chase down blocks do feel a little bit different in this game. I feel like if you don't have vertical, you don't have like just, I don't know, a good chase down like badge level. I don't think you can really get chase downs like that in the
That's a good thing, too, because I was originally going to make me play with a lot of vertical,
first
so.
place. But again, we'll have to see how gameplay
Kudos
goes.
to
I've
me.
only like tested it very minuscule, so I'm not the one to give you the expertise on whether bronze chase down with 25 block will actually be good or not. Same with, I would never advise to just rock out with 25 block rating on a tall build just because you can get chase down artists on bronze. But anyway, to just kind of scroll through all this stuff, again, just wanted to give you a list of some of the badges that have like no requirements or just what rating you need for some of the really cool ones. I have Handles for Days on Hall of Fame unlocked. So again, we're going to get into all this stuff. I go through very slow on every single badge and just detail it for you guys one by one. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on the noties, all the good stuff. And like always, let's try to, you know what, for this one, let's try to get to 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours, alright? I'm setting a pretty high, like, expectation and standard for the fact that this is, like, day one content, and we have it early. That's, like, crazy. So, there's 2 ways I could go about this. I could either play the video full speed and just show you guys, skim through everything, and you can pause the video whenever you want to. What I think I'm going to do instead, though, is you can fast forward to whatever point of the video you're interested in. We're going to be going from top to bottom, so it's just straight, simple as that.
Yeah, let me hear the
Finishing,
finishing requirements.
defense,
She's
and I'm
the
going to
first
show
one
them all
ever.
one by one.
Those are-
So if you want to fast forward to that point, feel free to, and you can just kind of digest wherever you choose to. Simple as that. But for the people that are truly dedicated and want to digest like this content super heavy because you don't have your hands on the game yet and you want to like be able to do deep dive stuff without having the game, what I want to do for you guys is I want to break down these badges one by one, showcase the Hall of Fame gold, silver, bronze, what ratings are tied into each badge and stuff like that too. So I'm going to be talking a lot. I hope you guys know that. So this will probably be like a pretty long video, I would assume. But again, you can fast forward to whatever point that you want. Also, real quick before we get into the video, I want to let you know one thing. I'm not going to be talking about the badge tiering in this video. I have a whole separate one that's going to be uploaded probably like right after this, to be honest with you. I have a plan that I'm going to post like probably 3 videos a day. So I'm recording these before embargo is lifted. So I just want to let you guys know. I'm not sure when exactly, but if I had to assume, I'm probably posting this day 1 as well, a little bit later at night. So anyway, the video that I'm talking about, I'm going to be showing badge budgeting, talking about tier systems and stuff like that, how tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 works, stuff like that, how you can kind of manipulate the system as well and get it to be in your favor. I'll talk about all that in a different video. But again, for this one, we're here to talk about every rating that you need for every badge or whatever level that you're interested in as well. So anyway, to start us off, we have Aerial Wizard. This is going to be for catching alley-oops and doing offensive putbacks as well, on like home boards, whatever the case may be. So as you can see, no requirements for the bronze. I'm not going to list them all out though. Like I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys 66 driving dunk or 67 standing dunk for like every single level. So just keep that in mind. But I do want to segment like what ratings are very important to be able to get these things. So for instance, like Aerial Wizard has nothing to do with your layup ratings or anything or your close shot. It's just going to be your standing dunk or driving dunk. So as you can see, 92 driving dunk or 93 standing for the Hall of Fame. Again, the tier system, it kind of varies, to be completely honest with you. Back down Punisher, once again, no requirements for bronze. And then it's going to be tied to either post control or strength. Again, you can kind of read as I'm going at this pace. It's very easy for you to do so. I'm sure you can digest it all like as I'm going, and I'm just talking over what ratings are tied to it and whether the bronze badge has no requirement or not. So anyway, then for Dream Shake, it's going to be no requirements for the bronze, and as you can see, it's only tied to post control. For Drop Stepper, once again, only tied to post control, no requirements for bronze. 87 post control for the Hall of Fame. Very interesting. Moving along to Acrobat, I gotta say, a very multifaceted badge. As you can see, it's tied to like Euros, cradles, reverse, acrobatic layups, just in general. It's for like...
So, basically what I'm seeing here is, I can make a post score, and my badges, like, okay, like basically a post score badges. The only thing I would need for a post score is probably poster either, and then bully, and then the rest of my badges are like literally in the front, tier 1. So that is a W for post scores.
Acrobatic dunks as well, or I should say more so like pop dunks, spin dunks, whatever the case may be, to create separation on that, as you can see toward the bottom here. But anyway, requirements for it, you actually do need to hit a threshold to be able to get this on bronze. It can be 65 driving layup. As you can see, if you keep on moving forward, 84, 76, 94. Now before we get too deep into the video though, I do want to let you know, these tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s can be manipulated based on your height. That's what I learned. It's what's going to be mentioned in tomorrow's video as well, or later today's video, whatever the heck the actual concept of that is. But because that can be changed, I'm not sure if like on a different build, if Acrobat is in tier 1, if
Then again, that
it's
is
one
true.
that doesn't have to have any
Because if I do
actual
make a big
rating
center,
to
they're going
achieve it.
to
So
make
just keep in
my
mind,
post score
that's the
badges
only
in
thing
that
that's going to
tier
vary
3.
super hard with this is the
Kinda
fact
deep.
that in some situations this might be wrong as far as the bronze badges and the requirement for it. But anyway, long story short, silver, gold, and Hall of Fame will be 100% the same thing no matter what. Just keep that in mind. Moving along to Bully, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I will come back at the end of the video to maybe recap some of these badges that were height capped for this very small build right here. So, as you can see, this one is, like I said, height capped. You have to be at least 6'2" or taller. So you can't get the badge if you're like a super small guard. It makes sense, you're going to be like pushing people out the way and like that. I'll find different footage a little bit later in this video that maybe shows things like Bully and Rise Up. I don't think I'm lacking many badges on this build besides that. I don't think I'm limited in like shooting, playmaking, or defense very much for any of them. Maybe defense a little bit, but anyway. Like I said, we'll just recap to the back of the video and just kind of clean up a little bit on missed badges like that. Because at the end of the day, this is just footage. It's a little bit harder for me to kind of manipulate everything because I'm not in the builder right now as I speak. I was in the builder 2 days ago. So, anyway. Fearless Finisher, as you can see, it's tied to close shot or driving layup, and as you can see, it has a couple different requirements. For Limitless Takeoff, this is going to be tied to just your driving dunk, and not to mention that obviously quick drops off 1 are going to be now 80 driving dunk. But for that matter too, I think a lot of people are going to have a hard time with some of these tier 3s, bro, because like at some point, if you're going to equip a silver badge for Limitless Takeoff and you're spending 6 points on it, ooh, that's tough. And again, I hate to really like give you guys this information right now of all these badges and stuff without having told you some of the tricks and tips and stuff like that, but it's just how it's going to have to be. I make very long videos, I break things down really extensively, so it just needs to be segmented into different vids. Just simple as that. So maybe bounce back and forth between the two videos. They're going to be very closely uploaded together, I promise you. So anyway, Slithery, you can see it's tied to driving layup or driving dunk. To get this on Hall of Fame, you need 98 driving dunk or 99 driving layup, which is definitely tough. I'll tell you that much for sure. And then the same thing with Posterize. You need 99 driving dunk to get this on Hall of Fame. But either way, Poster is only your driving dunk. For Pro Touch, it's going to be close shot or driving layup. As you can see, requirements listed right here. Pretty easy to achieve, actually, I would say. Like, it's a very easily achievable Hall of Fame badge. And maybe for guards, it actually will be very worth running, to be honest with you. Driving layup is looking pretty interesting. And not to mention, it forces you driving layup up, too, for even just upgrading only ball handling three-pointer. It's definitely a new thing. But anyway, for fast twitch, same thing as last year. Close shot and standing dunk.
My thing is about 2K, right? Zion and John Moran don't even have a 99 driving dunk. I know damn well they have Hall of Fame Posterizer, Limitless, Fearless, whatever down badges, bro. So I don't like that right now.
It can be tied to either. Rise Up, like I said, is going to be height cap, so we'll come back to that at the end of the video, 100%. Post Spin Technician is going to be tied to your post control, very obviously. You can actually get it at Hall of Fame at 80 post control, so that's very interesting. Masher, as you can see, is tied to strictly close shot rating. So this is a badge that will work for your driving layups, driving dunks, but it's going to be only tied to your close shot. So it's definitely something to keep in mind in that aspect for sure. Even though it's going to help you in driving layup, driving dunk situations, just keep in mind that it's only tied to your close shot rating as far as the badge levels that you can achieve it on. For Giant Slayer, you can see close shot or driving layup. It's not going to be either. The same thing with this too. It's going to help you with your dunks, but as you can see, it's only tied to your close shot and driving layup rating. So just keep that in mind. That's all for the finishing category though. As we move on to the shooting, we have Claymore. This is going to be only tied to your three-point rating. As you can see, this is for the spot ups. This is going to be a really key badge for those spot up shooters or just the lockdowns that sit in the corner. And again, only three-point tied. For the most part, obviously every shooting badge is going to be tied to your mid-range or three-pointer. So this one will be a little bit quicker. I'll just go ahead and kind of scroll through this a little bit more smooth. So yeah, for clutch shooter, you're able to get it with mid-range or three-pointer. Pretty much, I'm just going to say like mid-range or three-pointer. So comeback hit, mid-range or three. Corner specialist only tied to your three-point rating. 89 for Hall of Fame on that. Amp, you can see, is going to be tied to your mid-range and three-pointer. This is one that I think for guards is going to be very interesting for sure because stamina has been very tough to kind of manage, it seems, so far, and definitely worth running if it's in the tier 1-ish for you. For tier 2 though, that might be tough to afford for sure. For catch and shoot is going to be tied to only three-point rating. As you can see, pretty achievable for like the gold level for most lockdown level builds for sure. For most locks, I think you're not going to be getting Hall of Fame though. I think 93 three-pointer is not going to be achievable for most lockdown type builds or like role players. 93 three-pointer and Hall of Fame catch and shoot's probably going to be more of like a only shooting guard, like off-ball mover kind of guy, or like a secondary ball handler that chooses to use like off-ball badges or something. Agent 3 is going to be for fading three-pointers. As you can see, the requirement for this on Hall of Fame is going to be 96. Very important that they make this hard to achieve, that's for sure, like 100%, because as you can see, like, I mean, we all know how fading three-pointers went in previous years, and it was not good, put it like that. Once again, blinders is tied to your mid-range or three-pointer. In this case, it's actually 97 three-pointer to get blinders on Hall of Fame, so that's, again, very good. They're keeping it at a pretty high requirement to be able to get that type of thing. 94 mid-range as well. I think a lot of guards are going to struggle to upgrade the mid-range, too, I must say, like 100%. Now, for limitless range, very good that they have a high requirement for even the bronze on this 74 three-pointer, which obviously is not extremely tough to achieve, but the fact that you're going to be very limited to like a very limited amount of range for only having 74, really nice. And then same like tenfold with silver. As you can see, 85 three-pointer only gives you silver, 92 for gold, and then 99 for Hall of Fame. As you can see, Deadeye, same way, only three-point based, and it's going to be very hard to achieve. So Deadeye and Limitless Range are your two badges in the shooting category that need 99 three-pointer to achieve. Alright, so moving on to Space Creator, this is a really weird badge to me, where it's like, it literally is a playmaking badge in a shooting category, where like, yes, it helps you hit those shots as well though, so that's why it's listed as a shooting badge, but it says also, like if you read this, as well as cross up an opponent on step back moves. So that's really, really interesting that they pretty much have a playmaking factor in a shooting type badge, but either way, mid-range three-pointer is what it's tied to. It's a very easily achievable badge. 80 three-pointer to achieve it, or 80 mid-range for the Hall of Fame, like I said. Green Machine. It's also going to be tied to mid-range and three-pointer.
I mean, when it comes to being a squatter,
range for the Hall of Fame level,
you really don't need tier 3 badges. Honestly, you really don't need that.
and 60 for the bronzes as well. Volume shooter, and also, like I said, like as you're going to see in some of these categories right here, it says no requirements. That could change based on your positional value and stuff like that, where maybe something like volume shooters in tier 2 and green machines in tier 1 for some other build or something like that. And then that makes it so green machine has no requirements for bronze. Just keep that in mind, alright? That's all I'm saying. Volume shooter, as you can see, very easily achievable as well. 83 pointer, 78 mid-range for the Hall of Fame level. Slippery off-ball, once again, extremely easy to achieve at the Hall of Fame level. And also, it's very nice that this probably will be listed as no requirements for most, like, inside big man builds. So if your mid-range is forced up to a certain level and you have, like, no badges that you want to equip, yet you have, like, 1 badge point, you're going to be able to put this on pretty easy. Midi Magician being probably the only one on this list that's only tied to mid-range. As you can see, 81 mid-range for Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so I feel so Ticino for now blast.
I mean,
no
that's like pretty straight up easily achievable. So for the people that like the mid-range game, it's going to be very easy.
I mean, but look at the badge points too.
Alright, so moving on to guard up. I want to mention with this badge,
that's
though,
crazy.
It sounds very intriguing as
look at
far
the badge
as, like,
points. You required 8? 8 with 8? 3 8s are 24. You only have 29 badges. 4 8s are 32. That's crazy. If you were literally to put on all of the tier 3 badges, you're fucked. That's crazy.
The ghost contest stopper, so to say. So, for those of you who know what I mean when I say ghost contest, essentially, if you don't have your hand up in front of someone's face, yet you're standing in front of them, this badge is pretty much going to help you make shots against you because you're not putting your hand up. At least that's my impression as far as how it's worked so far in testing the builder and stuff like that. But anyway, as you can see, 86 mid-range or 93 pointer to achieve this. And that is all for the shooting badges. And like I said, none of these are going to be like capped or anything, like height capped for like 6'2" guard anymore. So unfortunately, I probably should have just made like a 7'3". I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell all the height caps and stuff like that. So just be mindful of that when you're making your build, because I would have had to make all different types of heights to be able to just like get all the height caps listed. Because for instance, like, yeah, on a taller build I could have rise up, but then I wouldn't be able to have certain playmaking badges or something like that, or like certain shooting badges. So it is what it is. I feel like this kind of covered most of the bases anyway. So anyway, moving along. Handles for days. This is the one that I was talking about. 99 ball handle. That is not. It's not worth it at all. Like you can see a 6-foot guard with a 6'2" wing.
How do you know it's not worth it? I mean, then again, they played the game, but I guess I don't know. We gonna see. It might be worth it.
99 ball handle. So
it might be worth it.
I don't think you're gonna see a lot of people running Hall of Fame handles for days. I'll just put it like that. 100%. Same with mismatch expert. It's gonna be a tough one to achieve on Hall of Fame. I don't think it's.
I know one thing for sure. You guys gonna see me have a whole dribble move to this year for sure.
It's crazy, man. That's super crazy.
How this game is being made right now, you only gonna dribble to get open.
So you're gonna have to really decide. Same with
me personally, I'm gonna
95 ball handle.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to really decide if that high ball handle stuff is worth it or not for you. Because as you're gonna see, like, and my bad for not even mentioning this the first time it popped up too, because I've known about this very heavily as well. It's really crazy, and I love to see it though too. So you're gonna see a lot of badges be tied into post control, and you're gonna see this next one too with quick first step. It's really crazy to me, so crazy. Check this out. Alright, so we already talked about unpluckable. It's going to be post control and ball.
Also, if you guys new to the stream, make sure to drop a like, drop a sub.
Post scores didn't have any way of stopping people from stealing ball from them, so it makes sense
2K3 and 3 were on the way.
They can have unpluckable. Now, that's really weird and interesting to think about how it's going to like intertwine, so to say. Like for the taller, like this is really good news. What you're about to see right here is really good news for tall dribblers, 100%. Because this is a cool thing that your post control could be elite, and you could still have Hall of Fame unpluckable on a build that maybe only has like 70 ball handle. So that's kind of cool and cool, like really cool to think about. But check this one out too. Quick first step is on some crazy stuff, bro. It's on some crazy stuff. So quick first step can be tied to 3 different attribute ratings, and as you can see, it's tied to post control as well. So Again, if you make a taller build that has elite post control ability, like a 7-footer or something like that, that can get great post control, yet you want it to be an intermediate ball handler, but maybe you can't achieve 89 ball handling, 88 speed with ball. Which is really weird that ball handle is now tied to quick first step. You're going to see on a lot of my builds, you're able to get 89 ball handle on the build and maybe have like 76 speed with ball and still have Hall of Fame quick first step. So quick first step is by far the most like mind-blowing attribute like ratings that you can have tied to badge requirements. For like this is the biggest part of the video right here in my opinion, is going to be the unpluckable and quick first step debate.
I didn't get my sound low.
It can be influenced by not only ball handle but post control too, and obviously speed of ball. So that's definitely a big piece of news right there, 100% for a lot of different builds. Vice grip is going to be also, once again, post control or ball handle. So if you're, once again, a taller big man who doesn't have great ball handling, you're going to be able to have post control tied to it. So if you don't know what this badge is going to be doing, it's going to be more so like once you grab the ball on a rebound or catch the ball on a like slip or something like that, or maybe even catch and shoot or something like that. Makes it so you're harder to poke. So it's pretty much as simple as that. It also says off a loose ball too, so if you're tracking those down, it's a
nobody want to get the money again like it just, I don't know, Friday, like I said, Friday could be a good night.
Low key, hold on, because I just thought about that too.
I could be the work
The fluke steals that people would call it from like last year's game. I don't know why I just blanked on that. 22 next gen and current gen in stage. Like these dudes would press up on the inbound and then
alright, yo, let's watch Uncle Demi. Like I said with Lakers fine, I know he's gonna make it. Broke down to like into Adams, bro.
Information on the My Player Builder. Now, let me tell you something, man. If it comes to who knows the builder inside and out, come on, man, really? Like, is that really a question? You know what I'm saying? Is that really a question? Who actually knows
let me see, because Chico Filo really did a good video so far.
Works inside and out,
bro.
Really? Like, do we have to go down a list of things that I do? Like, let's get serious here, man. So, like, y'all are about to be in for a really great surprise. So, without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, what I'm going to talk about today is this, man. As you see in the background, this is me literally first getting on the game. And of course, please subscribe. You already know. If you watch Uncle Demi, let me know. Please subscribe. That's all we're going to do, right? Now,
why are somebody even making guards?
I'm going to get long-winded because I don't want this to be a 45-minute video. I'm just going to point out some key things that you definitely need to look out for, and then we'll kind of go from there, okay? So first, we're going to talk about right here what you're looking at. Weight, height, and that type of deal. Then we're going to talk about what it is to get to equivalent to your badges, and then we're going to talk about what's very important is the core badge, okay? So let's go ahead and hop into and talk about the body settings. As you see here, man, I'm 6'5", I go up to 6'6", and as you see, it affects the same exact stuff, man. Height affects your shooting, your playmaking, your perimeter defense steal, and of course your speed and acceleration, right? What's actually pretty amazing
then again, that is crazy because, hold on. How is it that he is 6'10", so I can't make a PR stretch this year? Is that what you're saying, bro?
Is that now at 6'10", with a max wingspan, you can still get pro dribble animations. Like, that's insane to think about. You're 6'10" max wingspan, and you're still able
that's going to be so toxic.
Pro dribble animations. That is now the cutoff. 6'10" max wingspan and pro dribble animations. Now let's look at the actual builder. So again, visually it looks just the same as 22, but there are some different kinks to it. As you see here, I'm going to upgrade my driving dunk, just trying to see what moves. And as you see, upgrading driving dunk moves your close shot, your driving layup, your ball handle, your defensive rebound, your vert, and some of your streak, right? Like, that's pretty amazing to think about. Now that these sliders beforehand used to move 1 or 2, now a ton of different attributes move. So what that means is it makes it a lot difficult to get really big demigod builds because a lot of attributes are moving at one time, which of course is going to move your.
So I don't think bigs are going to be the meta, but guards are going to be the meta.
let me just go ahead and stress this again.
That's how it
You're
seems.
25 overall. You max out your driving dunk, and you become a 59. That is a 34-point swing. That is unheard of in NBA 2K22. That is why 2K23 is very difficult when it comes to the builder. And I said in my previous videos, while you definitely want to look to specialize. Mike Wayne spoke on that, right? I'm speaking on that. You definitely want to try to specialize in a position, because if you try to max out so many categories, it's not going to happen, okay? Now, as you see in here, as we fast forward to the tail end of this build, you can see already, finishing is the only thing that's basically touched. Everything else is really struggling, right? There's no shooting, really below average defense, and basic playmaking, okay? We haven't even got into the badges of it.
Oh, yeah, that's on your birthday.
So again, moving to driving, look at the close shot. When I move my
28?
close shot, my mid-range and my
Right
three
down,
moves
I don't
up.
wanna read down
Again,
now.
in 22, if you move your
Put down
close
my
shot,
phone.
the only thing that moved was your mid-range shot. So again, it's just showing the fact that now a lot of each attribute is attached to not one, not two, but 3, 4, or 5, or you saw in the beginning, 8 different attributes move. That's how this becomes a very hard puzzle to try to fix. But again, I love it because now it makes this where there's not going to be as many demigod builds. And I know a lot of y'all are going to complain, but then a lot of y'all understand that, listen, we all quote unquote want demigod builds, but we really don't. Okay? And I've been saying that in my videos.
I think I would want a
Because
demigod
all the
build.
games that people
I'm
claim are
gonna
the greatest games ever, right? They were all role-player based games. 2K20 was a pie chart game.
Hold on, did he just make my slasher build? 84 perimeter. 84 perimeter. Okay. Good ISO and start 70 ball handle 833. The only difference is he doesn't have a 9. He doesn't have a 99. You have a 93 driving dunk. I don't think you need all that. A 97. This is his Zion build. Oh, he's 6'9". Huh? 6. What the hell am I watching? This nigga make a 6'9" build with good ISO. Oh, this is the Paul George build right here. This is a 6'9" build like an ISO, bro. Look at the stats. Bro, I just saw her. So imagine if I'm 6'7", bro.
So just
I'm
keep
gonna
that
be
in
a
mind
dummy.
while we're making this building, right? So now, as you see here, this is the finished product, or I guess you could say kind of to the finished product of what I was doing here. I had
Appreciate
to get
one of the sub,
both
guys.
badge. I wanted to get that on
738,
gold,
let's
so I had
go.
to get my strength to at least an 87. I had to get my vert to at least an 85 because I have a 93 driving dunk. So like you can see how you have
Yo.
to kind of tinker around a lot. 25, 18, 17 to 7 is what I have, and we're going to show you. Well, I'm going to
What
show
you mean, my God?
when we get to the next step. While 18 and 17 might have been good for 22, because of the
Bro, this is an
format,
excellent
because
build
of the
for
tiers
like
that you
9
have,
for
this build is
6'9".
actually not going to be as good as you think it might be. Okay, so let's just head over right now and let's talk about that aspect. The actual badges, right? The badge points, how critical
Honest, you have to get
this is and how demoralizing it's going to be, but at the same time, how satisfactory it's going to be, because builds are really going to require to take some skill this year. Alright, so now let's look at this, okay? I have my finishing setup, but in order to get my tier 3 badges, tier 1 and tier 2 must add up. to
Okay,
a-
I understand the bodge there right now, so I don't really need to see this. I feel as though Chico Filo made the best one so far. Chico Filo.
for a center, you'll be able to get that. Now you see here, you get 3v3 and 5v5 options. So now you're able to choose to test this build out in the 3v3 or the 5v5, and I think that's pretty cool. I chose to test this out in the 3v3 format, so this is what it looks like when you test it out in 3v3 format. Look at some of the names. A 3-and-D2 guard, a versatile offensive force, alright, which is a CJ McCollum build, which I think is pretty dope. LaMelo Ball's called
Hey, you need to go back on the
threat.
Pelicans, bro. We need
You
to
got
win
Bane
the
as a
championship there.
sharpshooter. Of course, you got Robert Williams III as a defensive anchor.
Hey.
And then you have Karl Anthony Towns as an inside-out scorer. So that's pretty amazing.
What?
And as you're going to see, it is a basic 3v3 type setup where you can play with your build and try to see if it's effective on a 3v3. Someone like myself, I'm a 3v3 player, so obviously I think this was pretty dope. But again, if you're a prime player or a rec player, then obviously you get to test it out in the 5v5. I think
Bro, this
that is
Under
an
Demi build is
amazing
nearly the
change
Demi,
to the
I ain't
game,
lie.
because it really helps out
6'9"
individuals to
play
figure
with
out
Iso.
whether or not their build is
Crazy.
going to be good in the type of
So I
setting
think I
that
can
they
still
want to
make
play.
my Zion
So
build.
there's
Go
that
crazy.
breakdown by nephews and nieces, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, just make sure you drop a like, you subscribe
I
to
ain't
the channel.
nephew, I ain't your niece.
But
Alright, I'm gonna check out. Let's go back to Joe Knowles, because I fall asleep during this video.
The NBA 2K23 My Player Builder Video Breakdown, whatever you want to call it, man. We have a ton of information for you today, okay? There is so much info in here. It's going to take me a while. I don't know how long this video is going to end up being, but it's going to take a while, alright? So grab a drink, grab your popcorn. It's going to be a lot of info, okay? Now, last video I said 25,000 likes. Y'all hit that in less than 10 hours, I think. Something around. We're going for the big one today. 50,000 likes on this video. Drop a like on it, man. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. We're like only a couple thousand away from 1 million, man. So make sure y'all drop a like on the video. All right? 50,000 likes on this video. And what I'll do is I'll have one more surprise for you before the game actually comes out. What I plan to do, if y'all get this video to 50,000 likes, is after this video, I'm dropping this. This is at 3 o'clock. You're watching this probably. Or just after, when we got our work, whatever. What I plan to do is I'm going to go live and I'm going to stream and allow you guys to ask me any questions you may have about the build, or maybe something I didn't address in this video. So 50,000 likes and I will stream tonight, and you guys can ask me anything you want about the builder. I'll answer everything I possibly can. And yeah, we'll have a good time, we'll chill out. Maybe I'll hit 1 million on stream, but the way it's looking, I think I might actually hit it before I'm able to stream, because I'm not going to be able to stream during the day tomorrow. I got some stuff going on. But either way, man, it's crazy. It's, let me stop talking. Let's get it. Just drop a like, subscribe you guys. Let's get right into the builder, man. NBA 2K23 My Player Builder. Now listen, this is how it's going to work. We are going to break things down into segments, because I don't want to just skip all over the place and like forget stuff. So I broke it down into segments. So just because maybe in segment 2, I'm talking about something, you have a question, don't think I'm not going to answer it later in the video, because I broke it down into sections. I can start with like attributes and things I noticed, how they tie into each other, what affects what.
Okay,
and then
I learned that
badges,
already.
and then how you equip badges with tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and core badges. And there's all this stuff that intertwines with each other, so just be patient, alright? Like I said, it's going to take a little while to get through this, but there's so much info, I can't wait, man. So let's get right into it. Without further ado, the NBA 2K23 My Player Builder. But first, with the NFL season right around the corner, our friends over at Prize Picks are hooking you guys up. What if I told you if Tom Brady throws for just 1 yard on Sunday, you guys would win? Well, if you click my link in the description to sign up for Prize Picks today, you're going to have that opportunity. Prize Picks is a daily sports fantasy app that allows you to use your sports knowledge and turn it into profit. And with the NFL season starting this weekend, this is the perfect time to get started. It's simple. Choose your sport and make your picks. For example, in the NFL, you have everything from receiving yards, receiving touchdowns, passing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing attempts, rushing yards. There's all different categories to choose from. Once you make your picks, then you have to decide
Prize Picks, y'all.
more
Get
or
with it.
less than the prediction from that category. Very similar, right? But I promise you, it is so different.
Stick around and you will not be disappointed, okay? After upgrading your attributes, you'll see on the right, you can see specific badge levels that you're able to unlock, also the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 badges. Now, after that, you have to go in and equip your badges.
Yo, that March, y'all making no sense. Now you
can
can
set
it out.
badges. There's a bunch of new things in this aspect here. You know, all the categories: finishing, shooting, playmaking, defending, just like normal, but now you have core badges, you have different badge levels, different tiers of badges, including those badge levels. There's a lot of complexity to this one, so this is going to take up a big little chunk of the video later on, so definitely stick around so you understand what's going on with the badges this year. After that, you have the choice 3v3 or 5v5 build testing. That's a nice little thing they added in, because I think before it was always just 5v5, but now you can do 3v3, so you got a little bit more space. The only thing that I still don't like is the fact that you can't really pick animations besides your jump shot, but for the most part, I mean, hey, you can at least see how the build feels a little bit. You know, look at, like laying it up on towns, catching lobs. There's a bunch of, you can test it out a little bit, but it's not anything, really indicative of what you're going to see when you take your player to the park. Alright, let's get into it, man. So first thing I'm going to say is the builder, from what I've seen, is the same on both current and next gen. We only got to play next gen, so I am 100% sure this is the builder on next gen. But from what I'm told, the builder is exactly the same on next and current gen, okay, or old gen.
Well, that's the first time we've
call it now. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to say, get that out of the way so that y'all understand that. Now, let's move on. Okay, similar to the 2K22 builder, attributes are not solo, they are heavily connected. They were connected in 2K22 Next Gen Builder, but now they are heavily connected. I'll explain that in a second, but the basics remain when it comes to attributes. They're affected by height, weight, wingspan. Now, those of you watching this that are really locked in and you're really paying attention to what's going on the screen, you might have noticed that wingspan does not affect your ball handling this year. So anyone that's asking about our tall handling is going to be viable, our tall point four is going to be viable, I think they absolutely are. Obviously, we have to wait and see for the gameplay, but in terms of attributes, yes, because wingspan does not affect your ball handling. Now, there is one exception to this that I'm going to show you right now on the screen. Wingspan does not affect your ball handle if you are 6'10 and below. That is what I found out. 6'11 and taller, so 6'11, 7 foot, 7'1, 7'2, 7'3. Wingspan does affect your ball handling, but 6'10 and below, wingspan does not. So that is something cool for you guys that want to make taller ball handle.
Oh, the tools about to be so tall. Thank you for.
You can still have the good ball handle rating even with a maxed out wingspan. But as you can see at 6'11, it does impact the ball handle rating. 6'10 and below, you're good to go. Now, as I was saying, attributes work together more than ever before. If you look on this screen right here, I'm on close shot, right? Do you see everything on the screen that's highlighted in yellow, right? So you got close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, post control, mid-range, free throw, vertical. Those are all things that are affected just by raising your close shot. Now, you probably have to upgrade it to a certain point for some of those other bars to start going up, but you'll notice sometimes 4, 5, 6 other bars go up when you put up one attribute. So, for example, I put my three-point shot right here up to 99. You notice your mid-range and your free throw also go up. Now, even though you see that the close shot is not highlighted in yellow, that's because it's not directly linked to three-point shot, but it is indirectly. What I mean by that is you put your three-point shot up, your mid-range goes up. Mid-range is connected to close shot. So since your mid-range went up all the way to an 84, your close shot then goes up. Just because you put your three-point shot up, you also now have mid-range, free throw, and close shot up. You're going to notice this is a very big trend when it comes to attributes in this game. Now we're going to do the same thing with ball handling, and check this out. This is incredible, man. So we're going to put our ball handle up to 99. And look how many things go up. We are already at a 97 overall. And all we did on the meters here, we put our three-pointer and our ball handle to 99. So this is the first thing I tested because I was like, 2K22 Next Gen, this is what everyone was doing. They were making small guards with 99.3, really, high 90s ball handle, high 90s speed with ball, 90-something excel, 90-something speed, 90-something stamina. They had all these 90-something attributes. It was just such a souped build. Now look at it. All I did was put up my ball handle and my three-point, and I'm already 97 overall. I really can't put anything else up on the build, so you're going to have to be much smarter in the way you upgrade your attributes because so many attributes now are linked, whether it's directly or indirectly, as we said. So you put your ball handle up, your layup goes up, your excel, your ball, speed with ball, your pass accuracy, your regular speed. Like, there's so many things that go up. It's so expensive to put these attributes into the 90s. And you're going to see how this all ties in with badges and stuff too. It's very, very complex, and you're going to have to be a lot smarter in how you put your attributes up. That was the first thing I wanted to test was those small guards, because that's what really ran 22 next gen. There was all these 5'8", 5'10 guards with 99.3, 97 ball handle, as I said, just probably like 6-7 categories with 90 plus attributes. As you can see, that's not going to be the case this year. Now, as I was just saying, I wanted to test the guards because that's what ran the game, but I'm thinking back to my center, right? My center had 99 close shot, 99 standing dunk. It had like high 80s, 90s post control. It had free throw, good pass accuracy, 95 interior defense, maxed out steal, maxed out 97, 99 block, 99 O board, 99 D board, 97 strength. Like, it's just such a crazy build. Don't worry, they didn't just do this to guards. I checked almost every single position I could and tried to put up the most important attributes. And you're going to see right here, I'm on a center. There is no way I can get anything close to what my build was like on 2K22 next gen. Like, they did a much better job of making it so you got to pick and choose what you want to do. And like I said, the complexity of having the badges and everything. You see right here on this build, right? I barely have, I have a 70-something offensive rebound. I don't have any excel, any speed, any stamina. I'm already 98 overall. I don't have any pass accuracy. I can't throw an outlet pass. These
I ain't like, how you trying to make a post score crazy, but
going to be happening on this game. You're going to have to sacrifice, you're not going to be able to have 99 in all these categories because that means you have nothing. You're going to be a very flawed player. You're going to be, look at this center, like, this isn't even, the rebounding isn't even good. I have no interior just because I wanted to have, like I did last year with a 99 close shot, 99 standing dunk, and a high post control. I was able to get 97 on the defensive rebound, but outside of that, you don't have any pass accuracy, you don't have any steal, you don't have any block. You have a 70 offensive rebound. Like, you're going to have to really make adjustments and take some time to think about what you want to do.
But look at this,
now, it's
bro.
not
Like,
just attributes that are tied into
let me look, Bob.
also badges. Badges are heavily to rebound, but
put this at 1080p. Oh. Okay, so see, like, I low-key had a feeling like they was gonna do this because of high cap. So look at the post scoring bodies on tier 3 now. I mean, okay, mid range. Why would you put your mid range at 59 and leave your free throw? I guess. Ball handle, you don't need any ball handle. You should take that off and put that on pass accuracy. That's where you need that. Perimeter defense, you don't need that. Take that off. Put it on offensive rebound. No, put it on interior first of all. And stamina on 0. I don't know.
outside of that, you don't have any pass accuracy, you don't have any steal, you don't have any block. You have a 70 offensive rebound. Like, you're going to have to really make adjustments and take some time to think about what you want to do with the game. Now, it's not just attributes that are tied into each other. It's also badges. Badges are heavily connected to your attributes. Now, anyone that played Next Gen last year, you know, like, you have to have, for example, to get Rim Protector last year, that's not in the game anymore, but to get Rim Protector last year, you had to have a block rating. Now, those of you that played Current Gen, that wasn't the case. You could have 25 block and still get Rim Protector chased down. On Next Gen, that's not how it was. Badges were correlated to attributes. Now, that's the same on this game, but they made it a little bit more complex. So let's look into it. Looking at these badges, right? There are some bronze badges that have no requirement.
You going inside this,
some of
like,
these badges on bronze have
face-to-face
no requirement. That means no matter what your attributes, you would be able to put these badges on bronze if you wanted to. But then you start to see ratings if you want to get silver, gold, Hall of Fame on, for these badges. But you start to go into these other ones, there's no free bronze badge on these ones. These ones are not only require a rating, but start to look at how many badge points some of these badges cost. I mean, just to get a tier 3
and
bronze
that's me saying
badge,
I can DBI next year. That's crazy.
badge upgrades. To get a Hall of Fame badge in tier 3, it's not only very expensive. For example, Posterizer, it's 99 driving dunk, 8 badge upgrades to get it on Hall of Fame. Like, these are very, very expensive. To get the elite attributes, it's very expensive in terms of, you know, your overall goes up a lot. But also to get the elite Hall of Fame level tier 3
Mario, we get on the tours.
man, they are expensive, not only attribute-wise, but
Our
also
last day on the
badge
tours.
upgrade-wise. Now, if you notice, the other badges, you know, you have the bronze badges highlighted. The other ones
we can do that
are
too.
like kind of like
Once our
grayed
game is
out.
good,
That
we done.
means you just don't have the attribute upgraded enough. It means you can unlock it, but you don't have the attribute high enough to unlock it. But you see, like right here with
Y'all
Rise
playing
Up,
that for real?
it's completely blacked out. That means no matter what you do, your build does not qualify for that
Oh,
badge.
yeah,
So like
never mind.
Rise Up, it says you have to be 6'4" or taller. This build is 6'3". No matter what you do, you can't get Rise
You
Up.
can join
Right?
me,
So
buddy.
if you're looking at your build, you see any blacked out badges, that means no matter what, you're not going to be able to get that badge. Alright, so just look out for that. But outside of that, as you can see, the really good badges, the badges they classify as tier 3, they're very, very expensive. Now, as I was just saying, the really good badges, the meta badges, let's say like Limitless Range, badges like the Handles for Days, not only, like I was just saying, they're very expensive attribute-wise, but they're very expensive badge-wise. Let's take a look at some of these badges, right? For example, like I said, Limitless Range. Just to get it on silver, it's an 85 3-point rating, and it's 6 badge upgrades to get it on silver. 92 for gold, 99 for Hall of
Oh,
Fame.
these badge
This
points
is
are
another
like-
one. These tier 3 badges that they classify as like really valuable badges. Look at Handles for Days. 85 ball handle for silver.
These tier 2 badges is
94
gonna be
for gold,
insane, bro. 8 badge
99 for Hall
points?
of Fame, and again,
You only-
6 badge upgrades, 7 back.
No, the crazy part is they have 4 tier 3 badges, right? It costs 8 points. Your build probably only getting like 30 badge points in one category. So you can't, if you was to fill out, you can't even fill out those 4 tier 3 badges. You need a whole 32 badge points. That is the crazy part. Get my friend together. You right, you know. You right, but I gotta get me some new shoes too. I got. Just something to wear like that vibe. Yes, you're correct. That's 20. That's 20 meter. That's 2K19, not 20. No, that's 20 meter. 1 meter. Yeah, let me come out. I think his name was Chimomo.
It's 8 badge upgrades respectively. Now I want you to think about this. Mike Lane talked about how they not only made it so
I think that's a nigga who pulled it from Mars. Or Fonto or Chimomo, one of them.
I know some of y'all boys are super excited right now. I know y'all are super excited and y'all trying to figure out, bro, what's so crazy about this My Player Builder on NBA
Wait, like it?
2K23? And you remember, I dropped a tweet telling y'all boys y'all might be in that My Player Builder for at least 10 plus hours. Some of y'all was like, nah, bro, I don't know about no 10 plus hours. So today we're going to end up hopping into My Player Builder. I'm going to end up showing you actually what goes down, how things move around, the new way that your attributes affect your badges, and if you don't got enough badge points to get a certain badge, how you end up not having to redo it or end up messing
Man,
around
I
with
just
it
can't
to
tell
get
if
that
we're
badge
the 8, but if I had
point.
to
And
know,
what
I had
you
to
see
change
on the
it.
screen, you're seeing the new
I had to get
face
that
creations
label
and
they
also
saying
the
it.
new hairstyles that's in the game. There's not all the
Get
hairstyles,
that label
just
they
some
saying
of them.
before I
As
said
they
no.
added the new John Morant hairstyle in the game. And when I tell you, I already can see the
Bro,
John
you
Morant
look
hairstyle,
cool.
and then you got the LeBron beard. I already can see that combination with the black tattoos.
Huh?
I already can see almost everybody rocking with that, even if the new afro come out. But they did add a few new other hairstyles. Like they got a small three like wick dread on top of your head. Then they got a juice cut with a Nike sign. Like it's some crazy new hairstyles that they got in this game now. But look, as of that, we're gonna hop fully into the My Player Builder. I'm gonna end up breaking down things that you're going to need to know when you end up making your build in NBA 2K23. As of right now, I'm just gonna make a guard. As of this guard build, we're gonna end up making this build maybe like, okay, we go 6-1.
Why is everyone making damn gods, bro? Don't make it Santa Mario. Brother Jones, you said.
Most of the
I coming off. Post scoring middle. Right. Post scoring middle way. Reason being, I get I'm making a post score, but not up and down. But the reason being because you know you got niggas making the same bills, you know, first thing. What you mean you all stream? Streaming out. Y'all streaming different like consoles or like games or y'all streaming current in first day? Y'all playing in first day too? I think I'm surprised.
Guard builds that you used to see on other games, but as the wingspan, I'm changing the wingspan. Wingspan will be 6'7". But as you look at all my stats at max, they don't look nothing really crazy. They don't look. It looks like every other 2K when you end up making a build on next gen builder. It looks literally just like this. But I'm gonna end up giving y'all guys a heads up, bro. When you know those requirements that Mike Wayne was telling us about, like the dribbling, you need a 92 ball control to get Trae Young, Curry, and all that, and you need a 90.
One thing I noticed when making a Chico Velo video as well, he said like the weight actually gives you more attributes. Because from one, you know. This nigga making Jokic building again. With different bills.
At Community Day, but you know we're gonna have time to make sure to this video.
Let's go on, Demi, man. Hold on.
And with this height, 240 pounds, and we want to go 7'3" with the wingspan. Now body type doesn't matter. Of course, I'm going 6'10" is because I want to make sure I can get all the big man contact dunks.
6'10".
And then, of course, I went 7'3" to max wingspan because you always want to make sure you have max wingspan on any type of center build that you're working with. Now, when it comes to the attributes, I'm going to go ahead and just show you the full layout, right? So I can just break it down to you. Remember, this is post-commentary, and after working around with this,
he's showing them making 6'9",
show the full version of this build. I wanted to make sure on my standing dunks, I was able to get at least a 90 to be able to get all the elite contact dunks. I mean, not the elite contact, just the big man contact dunks, okay? I wanted to get an 84 close shot because I wanted to make sure I can get my fast switch on gold. And of course, to me, the most important ones for this is going to be
forearm. You getting like a forearm tattoo? I say forearm. How much it go so? Play. He doing the what? Alright. Yeah, man, tell him to ask him for some forearm tattoos.
The fearless finisher.
What's wrong with that? I would like a forearm tattoo. The 28th is a Wednesday. But you celebrating your day on Saturday. Oh yeah, so that's October 1st. Alright. That's October 1st. Right. How fun.
Masher, right, with the 84 close shot, And then of course I wanted to make sure I have my post control.
Y'all
at
think you're
80.
in with sweets?
And
You're
then
in
on the
with
shooting side of
blocks.
things, I just maxed out my shooting. But the cool
Yeah, look at him, look at him, look at him. Number sweets with a bunch of fucking man.
thing is, all the most important stuff for a spot up, and that.
See, nah, that's what they trying to avoid. Someone gotta be the connect. What? You mean you and the ghetto, just you and yourself? Oh, you can have a hotel body. I mean from that morning, that whole night. Oh, US, you 21, right? I mean, when 221, you be 21, you could get old dead by yourself. Go ahead. Alright, boy. You on the old dead body and out there. Yeah. You make out there overnight? Yeah. Get the old dead. Alright, so that's how you got my plan. I can plan my route from now. Imagine I plan a route from now and I go. You know FC come. You know F. Tell him nah. Yeah, tell him nah. Invite the whole shit. Invite the whole crew. Invite the whole crew. Alright, we can avoid this bottom side there. Okay.
That's where it's going to be catch at. Spot ups actually are going to take massive advantage of having low shooting because catch and shoot, corner specialists, and claymore is all you're really going to need. And regardless, they're never going to be in a high category. And then on your playmaking side, yes, this is pretty dope. You do get pro dribble animations with this build. You only have 19 badges to work with, so that's going to be the biggest issue right there. Is having pro dribble animations and not being able to really get all the crazy dribble badges. But this is meant to be more of a like a Jokic.
Then again, with his build, what I don't understand, like what doesn't make sense. He has a 75 ball on and a 67 speed with ball. Why do you need that as a big man? You don't really need all of that. You have 89 strength, which is crazy. You don't really need that. So he can put that on drive and layup, or drive and dunk. He can put that on perimeter D, put that on his block. He can put that on his rebound. There's so much stuff he can place there, but he has like a 75 ball on it. I don't understand that. That's crazy.
Type build, so I'm not really worried about the dribbling, but you still get some really good badges.
No, I don't think so. That's what the next thing was. Yeah. Niggas get tired of free. You always gotta like earn your body. I mean, when you play your block up, like that doesn't make any sense. tomorrow will be 4 degrees cooler than today. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. What? Alright, anything I've seen, everything I need to see. Stream will be back on tomorrow. Further news, further updates. It's your boy on the card, and we're out, man.